Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with another collection update, and this time we're going to talk about the rest of the movies and collectibles that I picked up in the month of March 2021. So I have a pretty large stack of movies here, and I have two Funko Pops to talk about. Only one DVD, a bunch of Blu-rays, and then a whole bunch of 4K as well. So this should be a really good update. So I can't wait to share with you guys what else I ended up picking up. And like I always say, if you want to see everything I grabbed, check out the other videos on my channel from the month of March. If I've already showed it in another pickup video or haul video, I don't showcase it a second time here. So if you want to see everything, make sure you're following and subscribed here to the channel so you can see it all. But yeah, so I have a ton to talk about today. So let's not waste any more time at all. We're going to start with the Funko Pops, and then we'll hit the DVD, then Blu-ray, and we'll finish it up with 4K. And my goal this time is to put timestamps down below so that if you don't care about one format or another, you can just skip it and pick and choose whatever you want to watch. So yeah, like I said, lots to talk about. Let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in. So if you guys have been following the channel since last year, you might remember that I picked up all of the standard edition of the Marvel Zombies line. So if it was on the back of the box, then it was one I grabbed. Now there were a handful of variants or exclusive store exclusives that I didn't bother getting, but I picked up most of the others. So this year they actually just released a second wave of those, and again, I'm not terribly interested in all of grabbing all of them. I'm actually going to grab less this time than last time. There's just a few of them in there this time that I don't really care about. They're either characters that I've not spent a lot of time with, or I just don't like the design on them, so I'm not grabbing them all. But that said, there were some that I wanted. So we're going to start off with, I guess we'll start with this one here. So I grabbed two, and the first one I picked up was Zombie Thor. And this one looks pretty stinking awesome. So this was really cool. And you can see on the back here all of the ones that are available. So that's what's available. I'm not grabbing all of them, but I am going to show the two that I did pick up. So first one was Zombie Thor, and then of course I had to pick up Zombie Red Hulk because I'm a big Hulk fan. So yeah, I think this one looks awesome as well. So looking at the back here, the ones I'm not terribly interested in, Zombie Gambit, I'm a little bit on the fence about. I just haven't spent a lot of time with that character. Zombie Doctor Doom, again, I don't really know much about Fantastic Four, haven't spent a lot of time with him. And then Zombie, whatever this is, MODOK, M-O-D-O-K. Frankly, I had to ask my buddy who that was. I didn't even know. So that shows you how little I've spent with that character. So those are the three I don't think I'm going to pick up, but yeah, the others I am interested in. So yeah, Marvel Zombies, I grabbed two of them, Zombie Thor and Zombie Red Hulk. I think these things look awesome, and they're going to go great along with the rest of my Marvel Zombies collection. So I was happy to find these, and they're actually relatively cheap at, where'd I get them from? Box Lunch, I guess. It was buy one, get one 50% off on the day I bought them. I actually went back to find some more maybe a week or two later, and it was buy one, get one 30% off. So that was a little disappointing. I should have grabbed everything I was interested in at that point, but I didn't. So yeah, so those are the two collectibles that I ended up grabbing this month. So now let's jump over to the movies, starting with the DVD. I decided to break these up into format rather than the store I bought them from, but this one is one that I ended up grabbing from Big Lots. I actually did a Big Lots trip this past month and grabbed a handful of things, which I'm going to show you here, but I was really excited about this because I always see these Big Lots videos and they have these Tartan Asia Extreme line, which I was a big fan of this line back in high school when I was renting from Blockbuster. Whenever it had that label on it, I was interested in it. And so when I see these in other videos, I got super excited and I want to find them at mine. Well, I've not been able to find many. This, in fact, is the only one that I've been able to find from Tartan Asia Extreme. This is called The Ghost. And you can see the tagline here is The Grudge, or not the tagline, but the pull quote rather is The Grudge meets Dark Water, which are two films that I enjoy well enough. So yeah, very excited about this one. Obviously, it's going to be, an Asian film from the mid-2000s, I'm guessing here. I don't know the exact year. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, 2007 is when this one was released. So yeah, this is a time when J-horror was huge. So that's why I was watching so much of these, in high school and in undergrad. So yeah, very excited to have this one. This is the only DVD I ended up picking up, but I think this is a good one. So the Tartan Asia Extreme release of The Ghost from 2007 is the DVD that I ended up picking up last month. So we're going to stick with the movies I grabbed from Big Lots, but we're going to move over to the Blu-rays now. This first one is a double feature. This is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and No Strings Attached. So I've seen the majority of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I don't love it. I don't even particularly like it. But the reason I really wanted it is for No Strings Attached. I've always heard good things about it, and I've never seen it. So for the $3 price tag, I figured I might as well check it out. And I know my wife likes both of these movies, so if nothing, there'll be ones that she can watch. But yeah, so I was happy to find this double feature for super cheap, a comedy double feature from Big Lots. Speaking of multi-movie packs from Big Lots, this one was $5, but it has 3 movies in it instead of 2. This is Contraband, Savages, and Sabotage. So these are all 3 going to be action movies, and Contraband stars Mark Wahlberg. You have John Travolta, Salma Hayek, Benicio del Toro, and Savages. Sabotage has Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sam Worthington. So pretty good casts from these. These are going to be more kind of B-level action movies, but again, for the $5 I paid for all 3 of them, I think this is a really good deal. Less than $2 a pop. I think that's pretty awesome. So, and this is one where I may have had one of these on DVD. I think maybe I had Savages on DVD, but I had none of these on Blu-ray. So of course I wanted to pick it up and, if nothing else, upgrade Savages, but at least I get these other 2 on here as well in Blu-ray. So thought this was a pretty cool find. Contraband, Savages, and Sabotage, a triple feature for $5 from Big Lots. 2 more from Big Lots, and this first one is a horror movie with Renee Zellweger and Bradley Cooper. This is a movie I've wanted to see since it came out. The cover always intrigued me. This is called Case 39. So I believe this is going to be like a psychological horror, psychological thriller film, but it's one that I never heard really anything about. It came out in, I want to say, like the early 2010s. 2010 it came out. So yeah, it's kind of one of those ones that went under the radar, maybe a little under discussed. I don't know if it's worthy of being talked about or not yet, but yeah, happy to add this one to the collection. I never owned it before, so I figured this would be a good way to do it for $3. So Case 39 from 2010 is another Big Lots find. And then last but not least from Big Lots, another $3 film. I believe this is more sci-fi action than anything, but this is called Next. And this has an awesome cast. Julianne Moore, Nicolas Cage, Jessica Biel. I love all 3 of them, so this one should be pretty darn fun. But yeah, I think this is so it's a thriller. I guess it's not sci-fi like I was thinking, but yeah, so this one looks pretty decent as well. I don't know if I can find a release date quickly. 2007, so the same year as The Ghost. But yeah, this is another one that I just don't hear talked about a ton. And again, there might be a good reason for that. It could just be mediocre, but with this cast, I want to give it a shot for $3. So Next on Blu-ray for $3 is the last one I grabbed from Big Lots. So let's talk about some other stores that I picked up some Blu-rays from. So this was a completely random movie that my wife actually found on Hulu that she wanted to watch. It looked pretty cool. We watched the trailer. It's like a thriller, but it ended up leaving Hulu before we got to it because that's what happens with streaming services. And I saw it again when I watched the Movie Buff Payne's 4K collection update or whatever, collection tour rather. And it looks like a movie I want to check out. So I was going to get it on 4K, but the Blu-ray was only $5, whereas like the 4K was 3 times that. So I said, you know what, just grab it on Blu-ray. This is called A Simple Favor, and it has an awesome cast. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, who I absolutely love, and they are looking amazing on the cover there. But yeah, this one looks really good. Like I said, it is a thriller that centers around Stephanie, who's a mom vlogger who seeks to uncover the truth behind her best friend Emily's sudden disappearance from their small town. Yeah, so it's a thriller. It sounds really interesting. I saw the trailer for it, and it looked really good. I love the cast. For $5 on Amazon, I'm definitely going to pick it up. So A Simple Favor is one that I'm excited to watch, and this one was released in 2018. The next 3 here I actually all grabbed from Best Buy, but this is one that I've been wanting to get since it came out, since I heard about it. It's one of those game horror movies, which I always tend to enjoy. So this is starring Samara Weaving. This is called Ready or Not, and this was on sale for $9 in the month of March. So yeah, this one looks really good. Another horror movie where she is trying to escape this deadly game that she's forced into on her wedding night of all days. So again, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this movie, so I was happy to add it to the collection for super cheap. And yeah, very excited to check this one out. So yeah, Ready or Not, and this one just came out, I want to say maybe last year or the year before. 2019 it looks like. Yeah, so very excited to check out Ready or Not from 2019. This next one might have the best slipcover of all of the movies in this pile today, but this is called Random Acts of Violence, and you guys can see it is like textured slipcover with just gorgeous coloring on it. This is a Shudder original, as you can see from the top there, and basically what this one is a slasher film, but it's done at a Comic-Con, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. I am very intrigued to check this one out. This is another one that I have heard nothing but great things about, so that's why I grabbed all three of these from Best Buy. Brand new for, kind of full price. They might have been on sale, but it was because of word of mouth. I've heard that these are all excellent. So Random Acts of Violence, and this is another one that's relatively new. I want to say 2020, but of course I'm not finding a date. This is 2019 as well, it looks like. So yeah, a relatively new one as well. So very excited to check out Random Acts of Violence, a Shudder original from 2019 with just this amazing slipcover. And the last one I grabbed from Best Buy new was one that came out relatively recently. I want to say January or maybe even February. But it was like 25 when it came out on Blu-ray. It just dropped down to 15 in the month of March, so I grabbed it. This is called Freaky. And I've heard this one described as like a, what is it? It's not on here, but it was like a Scream meets Parent Trap type thing. So that sounds right up my alley. My buddy sent me a clip when he was watching it, and it looks hilarious. I was cracking up at that small clip he sent me. So yeah, very intrigued to check this one out with Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton. Another one I've just heard really good things about. So yeah, this should be a ton of fun. And I think this one just came out last year, if I remember right. So yeah, Freaky, another one with the slip cover, though the slip isn't nearly as cool as Random Acts of Violence. It's still good to have the slip. So Freaky, another recent release here that I am very happy to add to the physical media collection. And I saved the Steelbook for last. This is one, let me see if I can get the sticker off here while I'm talking. This is one that I grabbed from FYE. I made the trip out to another FYE that I completely forgot was in my area. And I wanted to see if they had anything different. Frankly, they didn't, so that was a little disappointing, but I did finally pick this one up. This is The Addams Family, and this is an FYE exclusive Steelbook. This is a movie that I don't own on Blu-ray, or didn't own on Blu-ray, which really surprised me, so I decided to grab the Steelbook. I think it looks really cool, and it's normally $19.99, but if I can get this off, I can't. So it was on sale for $6.99. So that's a really good deal for a Steelbook, especially for a Blu-ray that I don't have in my collection. So now I just need to get the sequel to this, which frankly, I might even like the sequel better. I don't know. I'd have to watch them again. It's been a little while since I've seen them, but Addams Family is a film that I've always enjoyed. So I'm very happy to add this one finally to the collection. And the fact that it's a Steelbook is even better, especially for $7. So The Addams Family, an FYE exclusive Steelbook for $7. That's going to be the last Blu-ray I grabbed. So now let's jump over to all the 4K discs I picked up. We'll start off with 3 that I ended up picking up used from Disc Replay, my favorite way to pick up 4K movies because they're cheaper. First one is Coco on 4K, and this is one that I've heard is just amazing on the 4K format. So though it is, of course, available on Disney Plus streaming, I wanted to have the physical disc for it because this was super cheap from Disc Replay. So yeah, very excited to add Coco to the collection and very intrigued to check out the transfer on this. And this is one that I've heard like is just very moving, and so because I haven't seen it, I definitely am going to move this toward the top of the list. So Coco from, or rather on 4K, the first of the 4K discs I grabbed last month. Sticking with animation on 4K, we have a movie that I really enjoy, and I know a lot of people don't like these movies, but I love both of them. This is Trolls World Tour, the Dance Party Edition, whatever that actually means, but I love this movie, and as we were watching it when it was on Hulu, when it first came out on on home media, I loved it, and I was blown away by the 1080p picture that I was watching on Hulu, so I cannot wait to pop this one in on my 4K and see how it is. I don't think this one has Dolby Vision though, unfortunately, but I'm sure it does have HDR on it. Yeah, it says HDR. So yeah, though it doesn't have Dolby Vision, I'm sure it's still going to be just breathtaking. So I love these movies. They are super cute. My daughter loves them. So I need to get the original one on 4K as well. And it kills me. It's been on sale at Best Buy for like $13 or $14, but it's out of stock. So it's one that I hope that comes in stock while it's on sale so I can pick it up. But if nothing else, I'll wait and pick it up from Disc Replay cheap. But yeah, Trolls World Tour, another one that I'm happy to add to the collection. And the last used one I grabbed from Disc Replay is a movie that I've been waiting to find cheap for quite some time. And frankly, they had this one mismarked. It was only like $8 when normally it's supposed to be $13. They must have marked it at like the Blu-ray price instead of the 4K. But this is a book I read at the very beginning of last year. This is called The House with a Clock in Its Walls, or The House with a Clock in Its Wall. Yeah, that's right.
The House with a Clock in Its Walls.
I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say, but I really enjoyed this book. It is a middle grade book, and I think it's done really well, but I really wanted to check out the film, and I haven't done so yet, so I figured that I found it cheap. I might as well pick it up and see what it's all about, and I've heard really great things about this 4K release as well, so yeah, very happy to finally have this one, and I want to see how it compares to the book. I enjoyed the book, but I think I would enjoy, I think I said when I reviewed it that I would enjoy it in like a motion picture format better. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. So The House with a Clock in Its Walls on 4K is the last one I grabbed from Disc Replay. I do have a full 4K review of this release here on the channel, and this is Godzilla from 2014. 2014? I believe it's 2014. But I love this movie. This is fantastic. I love the disc itself. Like, this is absolutely worth an upgrade. It was an incredible 4K transfer. So I won't spend any more time on it, but pick this one up if you're interested and check out my 4K review of it if you want to know more. I did go with the slipcover variant versus the Steelbook because I like this better than the Steelbook. That might be sacrilege, but I do. And frankly, a lot of people have been saying that as well, so it's not that terrible of a hot take. But yeah, so Godzilla on 4K is a one that I have a full review of, so check that out if you're interested to hear more of my thoughts on this one. This was such an awesome find. This was one of those clearance deals at Target. We went to a random Target that we'd never been to before, and I'm glad I did because I found this one for $10 on 4K, brand new. This is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. So this is the second one in this Maleficent series. And this is the limited edition gallery book from Target. They're, what they're famous for. So yeah, I've not seen this one, but I had to pick it up because it was only $10. So this is probably like the best deal of this month's haul, but yeah, very happy to find this one for $10. And I actually did see it at some other Targets. So if you have a Target near you and you're interested in this one, check them out. You might still be able to find this on clearance for $10. So this was a really good deal. But because I grabbed this one, I of course had to grab the original. So I couldn't find this one super cheap, but I did find it at Best Buy. It was only like $15. So this one I did see in the past and I really enjoyed it. So happy to have it on the 4K format. But yeah, I had to grab this one because I had the second one, and this does come with the slipcover, which looks really good. So yeah, very happy to add both of these, Maleficent and Mistress of Evil, to the 4K collection. Now we're getting into the Steelbooks, and this first one I'll talk about is another one where there is a full 4K review of it on the channel. This is Dread. So this is a movie, again, that I really love, and I was, again, blown away by this 4K transfer. So if you want to hear more about my thoughts, definitely check out that review, but this is another one with a slipcover on the steel, and it is gorgeous. This slipcover, or this Steelbook rather, looks so good. Let me open it up, just in case you guys have not seen my 4K review of it. This is just a beautiful Steelbook. So glad that I picked this one up. Yeah, so definitely recommend Dread on 4K. But again, check out my full review here on the channel. I don't remember the story behind this one exactly, but I think it was on sale, and this is one that I've been wanting to add to the collection now for quite some time on 4K, because I hear that the Dolby Atmos track is just incredible on this, which this is always one of those like showcase ones on Blu-ray, so I'm sure it's going to be great here. This is Saving Private Ryan, and again, this is the Steelbook. I don't know if this is a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook or what, but I had to pick up the Steelbook because that was the one that was on sale. So I want to say this was around 15-ish. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, again, the reviews for the soundtrack on this, or the Dolby Atmos track, are incredible. I hear that the 4K transfer looks really good as well. So this is a movie I love, but I've not seen it in probably decades now, like in a very long time. I remember when my dad set up our it was a 6.1 system at the time in our basement at my parents' house. This was the first one I put on and was just blown away by it then. So cannot wait to check it out in Dolby Atmos on my system. So yeah, Saving Private Ryan, another Steelbook I ended up picking up last month. These last two are pretty popular ones because they're like the newest releases of the bunch, but first up is Wonder Woman 84, and I did spend the ridiculous amount of money for the Steelbook for this because I think it is just gorgeous looking. I haven't opened it yet, so I can't show the back, but yeah, this Steelbook looks beautiful, so I was happy to pick it up. I wish it was a little cheaper, but it is what it is. I was going to pay $30 for the 4K anyway. Might as well spend the extra $5 to get this really cool packaging that I love. So this is actually a movie that I was super excited to watch on HBO Max, but then life happened and we just didn't get to it. So I'm going to check this one out soon. I hope to do a full 4K review on this one and the next one in the very near future. But yeah, let me know. Did you guys like this one? I know it didn't get a lot of love, but let me know what your thoughts were down in the comments below. But yeah, Wonder Woman 84, the Best Buy exclusive package, Steelbook packaging is the other one I grabbed in March. And then last but not least is a movie that was very difficult to find in stores. I ended up having to order it on Amazon, but this is The 10 Commandments. And I'm hearing that this is a reference quality 4K transfer. You can see it did come with the slip cover, though the slip is not perfect. I don't know if it's going to make it out, but on the bottom there, it's a little beat up a little bit on basically all of the corners, which is a little disappointing, but whatever. It is what it is. I got the slip, so at least there's that. But yeah, I've heard this is just amazing in 4K, so I'm super excited to check this one out. I definitely want to do a 4K review on this in the near future. It's just a like 3.5 hour long movie, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to get to it. But yeah, so 10 Commandments. I've actually have only seen bits and pieces of this over the years when I went to like families' houses for Easter, things like that. I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. So I'm a huge Charlton Heston fan, thanks to Planet of the Apes. So very much looking forward to checking out the 10 Commandments on 4K. And that is going to do it for all of the movies that I picked up in March. All right, and there they are, the rest of the movies that I grabbed in March, plus a couple collectibles, which I just can't pick up at the same time because I'll spill everything all over. But I am really excited about this month's haul. I think I picked up some really cool movies, some awesome Steelbooks, some great 4K discs. But let me know down in the comments below, what should I prioritize? What did I maybe waste my time buying? Let me know down there. I love when you guys give me more recommendations, and I love when you let me know what you picked up last month. So definitely leave those down there as well. I love having more of that conversation with you guys down in the comments below. So thanks for leaving those comments. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below, leave a comment, and subscribe to Cinefessions here on YouTube if this is a channel that you're enjoying. Otherwise, thanks for watching this one. I really do appreciate that. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I don't just talk collectibles, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga now apparently. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.